As of lately, everybody's been very concerned about the COVID-19 pandemic. But the thing is for me is that I've been concerned about a different pandemic, a pandemic that's been going on for many years silently behind the scenes. And that's what I really want to uncover in this video, in the importance that it actually has as it pertains to COVID-19. So stick around to the end, but before we get started, I'm Dr. Zyrowski and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's a pleasure to have you here. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join our notification community, and I'm going to help you excel your health and your life. I also want to say that my precision nutrition program is now open. This is a program where you do one-on-one consults with myself and some of the other doctors on my staff, where we look at your baseline health, we do lab testing, and we come up with natural solutions in order to help reverse the health concerns that you are facing. This is the precision nutrition program. It is now open. We do open enrollment just a few times a year. You can go ahead and click on the link below if that's something you want to join. Now let's go ahead and talk about what COVID-19 really shows us, what's happening behind the scenes, and this is it. This is that a ton of people are suffering from major issues in today's society when it comes to their health. And when that is combined with COVID-19, it causes some serious problems. Let's look at some of the statistics out there. First of all, in the entire industrial world, it's estimated that 50% of people are suffering from a chronic illness, okay? And you might ask, what is a chronic illness? Take a look at some of these, and maybe you'll be able to identify with some of these. I know that in my early 20s, I was able to identify with multiple of these. Chronic pain, fatigue, obesity, diabetes, heart disease, the #1 killer of people prematurely, infertility issues, how many women are suffering from that, digestive disorders, cancer, emotional problems, sleep disorders. I mean, any of these sounding familiar to you? Allergies, that's a big one, especially right now. Learning disabilities, how many children are facing these issues right here? Skin conditions, low sex drives. These are all considered chronic illnesses, okay? And in the entire industrial population, like I said, 50% of people are actually suffering from this. Now, let's take a step further. It's estimated that 80% of people are suffering from one or more chronic condition, and it's estimated that 55% are suffering from 2 or more chronic conditions. Some of these ones that I just mentioned right here. And where the chronic illnesses are actually increasing the most is going to be in children. According to the American Medical Association, that the chronic illness is increasing in children by 4 times. And so when we look at this, it's quadrupled in children. That's a big deal. Chronic illnesses, children getting heart problems, children getting diabetes, children suffering from obesity. The numbers are just out of control. Okay. And so when we take all of this right here and we look at so many people suffering, and there's so many children that are starting to get diseases that adults used to only get, elderly adults only used to get, all this is leading to a serious problem. First of all, more and more people are getting sick, but second of all, it's very expensive, okay? It's the leading cause of bankruptcy. When we look at bankruptcy, it's the leading cause of countries going bankrupt. It's the leading cause of businesses and individuals going bankrupt. And then what is even furthermore pretty alarming is that it's estimated that 30% of spending put towards medical expenses actually offers 0 results. So what does that mean? People are getting sicker, we're spending more money, and also more children are getting sick, more people are going bankrupt, and these are the issues that people are suffering from. But let's take it a step further, because that's not it. It actually gets a little bit worse. Prescription drugs have increased 55 times between 1960 and 2010. Okay, if you're one of the individuals who actually look at prescription drugs and you say, well, prescription drugs equal health. If prescription drugs equaled health, then why is it they've increased 55 times and we're still one of the sickest, species on the planet when we look at just in general the species that roam the earth? And then when we look at the prescription drugs, 50% of people take 4 or more on average. That is devastating, okay? So really what this means is that we're sicker than ever before. We take more prescription drugs than ever before. People are facing more of these issues than ever before, going bankrupt more than ever before. The children are getting more sick than ever before. And then when we look at genetics, the only thing that's changed when we look at a timeline when it comes to our overall health is that the chronic illness pandemic has increased drastically. The lifestyle changes that people have been making in a very poor direction has increased dramatically. If we look at the blue line right here that represents your genetics, hasn't changed a bit. And this is the biggest thing, because a lot of different medical institutions out there want to really get you to believe that the reason that you're so sick is because you have faulty genes. That's not it, because they haven't changed. Genes haven't changed. There's no studies that show that genes are rapidly changing, and that's why people are getting so sick. But what we do know is that the way that healthcare is actually being utilized, it doesn't work. Now, the other thing that I want to mention as this pertains to COVID-19, because you're thinking, what does this all have to do with COVID-19? Well, here's the deal. When you look at all these issues that people are facing right here, and you combine it with COVID-19, these are the people who are getting sick and dying. These are the people who get the flu and they get sick and die. Now, you take a healthy individual that got COVID-19, the death toll is next to nothing. It's literally next to nothing, whereas all the people who are suffering from the chronic illness pandemic, they are the ones who are getting COVID-19 and getting very sick. So what does this mean? This really means that you have an opportunity right now. Seeing what happened with COVID-19, you have an opportunity to take control of your health. You have an opportunity to take control of your life and make changes that you may have not changed, that you may have not done before. This is one of the things I'm telling everybody, make changes today, because this is an opportunity. If you're obese and you've let it go too far, it's time to make a change. If you're suffering from one of these major conditions right here that so many people are suffering from, it is time to make change. These things are reversible. You can go and take control of your health. What an opportunity COVID-19 has presented to us to actually take action. Start getting fit. Start taking the proper supplementation. Make sure that you're getting enough vitamin D. Make sure that you're eating healthy. We have to make changes in our health if we want to prevent COVID-19 or any future virus. So I hope that this information really sets in and really helps you understand that your baseline health is what is going to determine how you react if you get COVID-19, the flu, or anything else. And it's so important to make sure that you're taking control of your health and you're not just going along with the current medical system that really is letting you think that you need to take more prescription drugs and that's going to solve your issues. It's letting you think that you need to maybe spend more money in certain areas and it's not solving any issues. We have to solve issues. We have to solve the health crisis, and you can't do it by just taking more prescription drugs, trying to tell people that the vaccine is going to solve the situation, because tell you what, when we look at the changes that have been made, none of these things have actually worked. We've become more sick and things have really deteriorated in the way of public health. So I hope you enjoy this video. Share it with your friends so that they can truly understand what real health is about. It's about getting to the root cause of the problem. It's not about just waiting for, some magic pill or potion in order to take control of your health and save your life. You really have to do it naturally, because health only comes naturally. Go ahead and check out this video right here if you want to take the next steps in controlling your health. One of the things that we know that when you have any type of virus, if you have the coronavirus, having particular conditions can be very devastating and lead to even death. There's nothing that works better than utilizing some intermittent fasting.